The animal kingdom is full of fascinating behaviors and sometimes completely bizarre ones when it comes to mating. Certain animals have developed truly unusual and even shocking rituals that seem to defy human understanding. From very unconventional parenting roles to the shocking and violent truth about koalas, today we'll explore the 21 animals with the craziest mating rituals. But before we get started, make sure to subscribe to our channel and leave your like. Now, let's get started. Number 21. Jacana. Unique parental roles. Jacanas are fascinating birds, often found in wetlands, swamps, and tropical regions, where they play a key role in the local ecosystem. During the breeding season, male jacanas put on an impressive and elaborate display to attract a female. This courtship dance may include jumping, sounds, and plumage displays, capturing the attention of females. After winning over his partner, the male builds a floating nest on the water, where the female will lay her eggs. However, the curious behavior is just beginning. After egg laying, the male assumes most of the parental duties, including incubating the eggs and caring for the chicks. This behavior is rare in the animal kingdom, especially among birds, where it is typically the female who handles the parental roles. Male jacanas are not only dedicated fathers but also fierce defenders, protecting their chicks from predators and rival males, making them exceptional among other species. This reversal of traditional gender roles in parenting, combined with the polygamous mating system, makes jacanas a unique example of animal behavior and a fascinating subject of study. Their behavior, both in mating and raising their young, challenges our perceptions of gender roles in nature. Number 20. Koala. Fierce mating without romance. Koalas, known for their adorable appearance and seemingly calm behavior, have a very different mating behavior than one might expect. Female koalas face serious challenges during the breeding season, being relentlessly pursued by males. These males not only chase the females but also emit loud cries to warn other males that the female is already taken, establishing aggressive communication in the process. However, the competition for mating rights doesn't end there. Males often engage in fierce battles, using their sharp claws and teeth to defend their territory and win the female. Once a male gains the right to mate with a female, the mating process is surprisingly quick and devoid of any romance, lasting only a few seconds and often initiated by the female. Another fascinating fact about koalas is their bifurcated reproductive system, meaning females have 2 uteruses and 2 vaginas. This special anatomy allows them to produce 2 types of milk, one rich in protein and the other in fat, to feed their offspring depending on their needs. Moreover, koala social behavior is quite complex, with a hierarchical mating structure. Dominant males have access to more females and larger territories, while subordinate males must wait their turn. Females, in turn, are selective and frequently reject the advances of less dominant males, ensuring that only the strongest genes are passed on. Despite their fierce, romance-free mating, the unique anatomy of koalas and their complex social dynamics offer a fascinating insight into animal behavior and evolution. Number 19. Lemur, seasonal reproducers. Lemurs, primates endemic to Madagascar, have a unique mating system that reflects their living conditions and the intense competition among males. Most species of lemurs have a seasonal reproduction pattern, with a breeding season occurring once a year, typically during the rainy season. During this time, males compete fiercely for access to females. The battles can be intense, with males fighting to establish dominance within the group, which is a key factor in determining who will have access to the females. Once a male secures his position, he may mate with several females within his group. Some species of lemurs also practice mate guarding, a behavior in which males closely follow the females after mating to prevent other males from having a chance to mate with them. This is part of a reproductive strategy to ensure the exclusivity of their genes. Female lemurs play a crucial role in the sexual selection process. During the breeding season, they emit a distinctive odor in their genital area, signaling their willingness to mate. This scent can be detected by males from long distances, allowing them to locate the females that are receptive. The competition among males can be so intense that frequent fights occur, often resulting in significant injuries. The complex mating behavior of lemurs, which includes not only direct competition between males but also scent marking and female dominance, offers a fascinating insight into the complexity of primate social structures and the various reproductive strategies adapted to their environment. While this behavior may seem aggressive, it is a natural part of the struggle for survival and the propagation of the species. Number 18. Capybara mating and dominant females. Capybaras, often seen resting on riverbanks or even traveling on the backs of other animals, have a unique mating system in which females establish dominance over males during the breeding season. The dominant female stands out, taking the lead in disputes among females to determine who will be chosen to mate with the dominant male. The competition between females is intense, with physical fights and displays of strength to secure the right to mate with the male leading the group. This dominance behavior is a key characteristic of capybara social dynamics and is one of the reasons why males rarely have the opportunity to mate with all the females in the group. Once the dominant female is established, she mates with the dominant male, although other females may also have a chance to mate with him, if he allows it. Capybaras are widely recognized for their highly organized social behavior and for living in large groups, typically including several adult males, females, and their offspring. This social arrangement strengthens the structure of their unique mating system, as well as increases the survival chances of the young by providing a supportive network. A fascinating aspect of capybara social life is communal nursing, where females allow other females to nurse their young alongside their own. This collaboration among females helps ensure that all the offspring in the group receive proper nutrition and essential care for their development. Capybara offspring, once born, are exceptionally well prepared for life in the wild, as they are fully developed and can walk and swim within hours of birth. This ability is crucial for their survival, especially in aquatic environments. The communal and cooperative behavior of capybaras, along with their unique mating practices, underscores the importance of social bonds and collaboration in the animal kingdom. Their ability to live harmoniously in large groups and share parental responsibilities makes capybaras one of the most fascinating creatures to observe in nature. Number 17. Brown bear mating and complex courtship. Brown bear mating is a complex and fascinating process that typically occurs in late spring or early summer, shortly after the bears emerge from hibernation. During this period, the bears begin to establish dominance hierarchies and mating territories, with males trying to attract females. One of the most striking features of brown bear mating is the intense competition between males, who engage in fierce battles to secure the right to mate with the females. The victorious male, typically the strongest and most dominant, gains exclusive access to the females within his territory. This competition may involve direct confrontations, where males physically clash using their claws and teeth, and the process can last for hours until one retreats or is defeated. Additionally, brown bears are known for delayed implantation, a remarkable reproductive characteristic in which the fertilized egg does not immediately implant in the female's uterus. This allows the female to control the timing of the birth, ensuring she gives birth in the safety of her den during the winter, when external conditions are more favorable for the survival of the cubs. This adaptation is crucial for ensuring the cubs have the best chance of surviving in a harsh and often inhospitable environment. The mating process may last several minutes or even hours, with bears interacting and performing multiple calculations over several days. After mating, the female usually becomes pregnant and gives birth to the cubs in winter when the environment is safer. Brown bears have a relatively low reproductive rate, and females typically produce only 1 or 2 cubs per litter every 2 years. These cubs are extremely dependent on their mother during the first years of life. They stay with their mother for up to 3 years, during which they learn essential survival skills such as hunting and finding shelter before becoming independent. This extended parental care is vital for the young bear's development, providing a solid foundation for their future survival in the wild and ensuring they can thrive when they are ready to live on their own. Number 16. Raccoon mating, solitary and nocturnal. The raccoon is a nocturnal animal that tends to be solitary, but it comes together with others to mate, usually in late winter or early spring. The gestation period for raccoons lasts about 2 months. During this time, males, known as boars, actively search for females, referred to as sows. They use their keen sense of smell to locate them, often traveling long distances in search of a mate. Raccoons have an incredible ability to navigate their nocturnal environment, utilizing their skill to climb and swim. When a boar finds a sow, he performs a series of courtship behaviors to attract her. These behaviors may include specific body postures, vocalizations, and even the use of surrounding objects to demonstrate strength and skill. If the female is receptive, she responds to the male's advances by vocalizing and assuming a receptive posture, allowing him to approach further. This courtship ritual is crucial for ensuring that the female selects the most suitable partner for reproduction. After a gestation period of about 63 days, the female gives birth to a litter, typically consisting of 3 to 5 young. These cubs are born blind and helpless, completely dependent on their mother for initial care. The mother raccoon is highly protective and often moves her cubs to new shelters if she senses any threat, such as predators or unfavorable weather conditions. The maternal instinct is strong and essential for the survival of the cubs. They stay with their mother for several months, learning essential survival skills such as hunting, foraging, and protecting themselves from threats. Only when they reach a certain age and skill level do the cubs begin to venture out on their own. This gradual growth and development process sees the cubs becoming more independent as their mother teaches them about the world around them. This family dynamic ensures that, even in a challenging environment filled with predators, raccoons have a good chance of surviving and thriving. Number 15. The mating of terns. Terns are seabirds that participate in a unique mating ritual involving a highly interesting courtship dance. During this dance, the male approaches the female holding a fish in his beak. He then offers the fish to her as a symbol of his ability to provide and care for the offspring should they be produced. This gesture is not only an offering of food, but also a demonstration of skill and commitment, qualities essential for successful reproduction. If the female accepts the fish, it signals her interest in the male, and the two proceed to mating. If she rejects the fish, the male must try again and search for another possible mate. This selection process is vital, as it ensures that the female chooses a worthy partner. Once the pair is established, the female lays her eggs in a simple hole in the ground, often in a colony with other terns. This communal nesting offers protection from predators, as the large number of eggs and chicks increases vigilance and defense of the area. Both parents take turns incubating the eggs and feeding the chicks once they hatch. The communal nesting strategy provides greater protection from predators, as there is security in numbers, with several adults alert to threats. Additionally, the synchronized breeding season helps ensure that many chicks fledge at the same time, overwhelming predators and increasing the survival rates of the young. This collective behavior is a fascinating example of how collaboration between individuals of a species can contribute to reproductive success. Number 14. Mating of sea lions. Sea lions are known for their unique and interesting mating behaviors. During the mating season, males establish the territories on the beaches, where they can attract females. They use a variety of tactics to draw in the females, including barks, roars, and even intense fights with other males, which demonstrate their strength and dominance. The act of mating typically occurs in the water, where the male mounts the female and copulates, although it can also happen on land, depending on the circumstances. After mating, the female gives birth to a single pup about a year later, with a gestation period that lasts approximately 11 months. Additionally, there is the behavior of lekking, where males gather in specific areas to display their strength and compete for the attention of the females. These behaviors can be quite dramatic, with males making vocalizations and performing physical displays to assert their dominance, creating a spectacle of power. Females choose their mates based on these displays, selecting males that demonstrate the best genetic qualities, such as physical strength and the ability to defend their territory. The unique mating behavior of sea lions, including their territorial displays and lekking behavior, makes them fascinating subjects for the study of animal behavior and mating strategies. Their interactions provide valuable insights into the complex social dynamics and reproductive strategies of marine mammals, making them one of the most interesting examples of sexual selection and male competition in the animal kingdom. Number 13. Sea turtles. Mating and climate impact. Sea turtles mate in the water, and the process is quite noisy. The male uses his sharp claws to hold onto the female's shell while attempting to align his tail with hers. After finding the correct position, he begins copulating with her. Although essential for reproduction, this behavior can be quite exhausting for the turtles, as they engage in long mating periods. After mating, the female crawls to the beach and digs a nest in the sand, where she will lay her eggs. Depending on the species, a female sea turtle can lay between 50 and 200 eggs in a single nest, increasing the chances of her offspring's survival. The sex of the newly hatched turtles is determined by the temperature of the sand where the eggs are deposited. Warmer sand produces more females, while cooler sand results in more males. This temperature-dependent sex determination makes sea turtle populations particularly vulnerable to climate change, as rising temperatures can alter gender ratios, leading to population decline if there are not enough males to mate with the females. Sea turtles also exhibit natal homing, where females return to the same beach where they were born to lay their eggs. This remarkable navigation ability is guided by Earth's magnetic field, allowing the turtles to travel thousands of miles and return to their birthplace. This behavior ensures that the turtles lay their eggs in a familiar and historically successful nesting site. The combination of temperature-dependent sex determination and natal homing makes sea turtles particularly sensitive to environmental changes. Any significant alterations in ecosystems can directly impact their reproductive capacity. Protecting nesting beaches and mitigating the impacts of climate change are essential for the survival of these ancient navigators. The remarkable life cycle and adaptations of sea turtles highlight the intricate connections between marine and terrestrial ecosystems, emphasizing the importance of preserving these habitats to ensure the continuation of their species. Number 12. Mating of the queen ants. The mating rituals of ants revolve around the queen ant, a majestic being that emits a special scent, almost irresistible, which serves as a powerful lure for male winged ants from other nests. This odor is so strong and attractive that it can reach long distances, drawing male ants from different regions to the location. These male ants, similar in size to the queen, are attracted like magnets, guided by her unique essence. However, the journey to become the queen's consort is arduous and full of challenges. The male, still in his winged phase, must overcome several obstacles to prove his worth to the colony. Initially, he is seen as a threat or even prey by the other ants, who attack him upon arrival. To pass this test, the male must show that he is worthy and that his presence is beneficial to the colony. This involves specific behaviors of submission and signals that he is not a danger, but rather an opportunity for the species' survival. If accepted by the worker ants, he is taken to the royal chamber, a sacred space where mating occurs. Once inside the royal chamber, the mating process is brief but of utmost importance for the colony's survival. The queen and her consort have a brief yet vital encounter, during which the male transfers his sperm to the queen, ensuring the fertilization of her eggs and securing the continuation of the population. This process may occur multiple times, increasing the genetic diversity of the offspring and helping the colony adapt to potential environmental changes. Despite the grandeur of his role, the male's life as a consort is extremely short. After fulfilling his reproductive mission, he exits the royal chamber and, within a few days, dies. With this final sacrifice, he generates millions of descendants, ensuring the survival and expansion of the colony. This life cycle reflects the significance and brevity of the male's role in species perpetuation, highlighting his sacrifice as essential for the community's success. Number 11. Mating of the bees. Mating in the animal kingdom can be a matter of life or death, especially for male bees, known as drones, who have a singular and tragic fate. They mate with the queen only once before dying. When the queen emerges from her hive in search of mating partners, she becomes the center of a spectacle filled with competition. Drones, attracted by her pheromones, swarm around her, waiting for a chance to mate. This is a rare and coveted opportunity, and the fastest and most daring drones are the ones who will manage to approach her in the air, mount her, and copulate. However, the cost of this act is incredibly high. After ejaculation, the drone's testicles explode, and a significant portion of his genitalia gets stuck inside the queen. This irreversible act marks the immediate death of the drone, who falls to the ground within seconds. One might imagine that other drones, upon witnessing this fatal sacrifice, would learn to avoid this fate. However, the competition remains relentless and instinctual. The next drone, seeing the opportunity, removes the previous drone's genitalia and attempts to mate with the queen. This cycle continues tirelessly, with drones trying to secure their genetics in the hive. This process continues until the queen has mated with as many drones as possible, each contributing a crucial part to the genetic pool. This extreme and relentless behavior is an evolutionary strategy designed to ensure the genetic diversity of the hive. The fierce competition ensures that only the strongest and fittest drones have the chance to leave their genetic mark, contributing to the continuity and adaptability of the population. In the end, this painful and tragic process becomes a demonstration of the unrelenting nature of natural selection. Number 10. Mating of the Nubian ibex. In some arid areas of the Middle East, There are special watering holes where female Nubian ibexes go to drink water every day, turning these locations into points of intense competition among the males. These watering holes become the center of fierce battles, with the males guarding the water as if it were a valuable prize, waiting to mate with the females. Other males, upon noticing the presence of a female, do not hesitate to enter the contest for possession of the territory and the right to guard the watering hole. These battles are brutal and can last up to an hour, with the males using their powerful heads and horns to collide with their opponents in a struggle for supremacy. The sound of the impacts can be heard from great distances as they try to knock down their rivals and show that they are the strongest. Sometimes a third male may join the battle, making the confrontation even more challenging and dangerous. The fight becomes a true test of endurance, strength, and agility, pushing the physical limits of each opponent. However, when a predator approaches or there is any external threat, the males immediately stop fighting and flee, putting safety first. The priority is survival, as without life preserved, there is no way to ensure the continuation of the species. Although dominance battles among male ibexes are physically demanding, they are crucial for their reproductive success. Winning the fight and securing access to the watering hole gives the dominant male the chance to mate with the females and pass on his genes to the next generation. These fights can result in severe injuries, but they are an essential part of the Nubian ibex's natural selection process. The males spare no effort, even risking their lives, to prove they are the fittest and most deserving of reproduction. This intense competition ensures that only the strongest, most resilient, and strategic males succeed in reproduction, contributing to the robustness and adaptation of the species. Thus, mating becomes not just an act of species perpetuation, but also a symbol of the constant struggle for survival in the hostile environment in which the ibex lives. Number 9. Blue-footed booby, the dance of attraction. The blue-footed booby is a fascinating bird species, famous for its unique and elaborate courtship ritual that combines dance, display, and gift-giving. The male blue-footed booby performs his famous courtship dance, a visual spectacle that highlights his bright blue feet. These feet are a central component of the ritual and play a crucial role in attracting a mate. The more vibrant and radiant the brightness of the male's feet, the more attractive he becomes to females, as this glow is a clear sign of his health and vitality. Bright blue feet indicate that the male has a good diet, good genetics, and resilience, desirable traits for offspring. During the ritual, the male also presents a gift to the female, usually a twig or another small object found in his environment. This gesture is much more than a simple exchange of items. It is a way to demonstrate the male's ability to provide for the female and the future offspring, signaling his fitness as a partner and provider. The gift is a way to gain the female's attention and show that he is ready to play an active role in caring for the progeny. The female, in turn, carefully observes the male's behavior, considering the quality of his gift and his display. She then decides whether to accept the gift, and if impressed, she will respond by raising her own feet and displaying them to the male in a visual response. This movement is a form of reciprocation and also a confirmation that she is interested. The display game continues, with the males trying to impress more and more until the female chooses the partner she deems most suitable. If the male succeeds in impressing her with his dance and gift, he will have the chance to mate and ensure the continuity of his genes in the next generation. This courtship ritual is not just about attraction, but also the bond that forms between the two birds. The bond formed during this process is essential for cooperative rearing and care of the offspring, as both parents will play an active role in the upbringing and protection of the chicks. This intricate mating dance demonstrates how both physical and behavioral traits play a fundamental role in animal reproduction, with every detail of the ritual contributing to the selection of a strong and capable partner. Number 8. Golden eagles, majestic aerial displays. The golden eagle is a majestic raptor known for its impressive and sophisticated aerial displays, especially during the mating season. Males, in search of attracting a female, perform a dance in the sky that is a true spectacle of strength, agility, and skill. They begin by soaring high, dominating the sky, and then descend in a series of dizzying dives and low-flying passes, showcasing their physical abilities and control over the environment. This dance is not only meant to impress visually, but also serves the purpose of attracting a mate, while simultaneously demonstrating the male's strength and vigor. When a female shows interest in the male's displays, he enters another phase of the ritual. He brings gifts, such as food, fish, or branches. which are essential for nest building. This symbolic gesture of offering food or materials for the nest is a way for the male to demonstrate his suitability and ability to provide for the future mate and their offspring. The behavior also involves cooperative moments, such as when the male and female engage in the aerial dance together. During this moment, the pair locks talons and performs a spectacular freefall before breaking apart, flying in opposite directions. It is believed that this behavior strengthens their bond, creating an even deeper connection. Golden eagles are known for their long-term monogamous relationships, often forming pairs that mate for life. These aerial displays and cooperative behaviors are not only a method of attraction, but also play a crucial role in forming and maintaining the couple's bond. The precise synchronization of movements during the sky displays indicates compatibility between the pair and readiness for mating. Once the bond is formed, they begin building a nest, typically on a high cliff or a large, sturdy tree, chosen to protect the pair and their future offspring. The nest, known as an eyrie, is a substantial and well-constructed structure that can be reused and renovated each mating season. After the eggs hatch, the male continues his dedication by providing food for the female and their chicks, ensuring that the offspring grow strong and healthy. This shared responsibility in raising the young is crucial for the survival and success of the next generation. The impressive mating displays of the golden eagle and their cooperative nesting behaviors highlight the importance of mutual effort in successful reproduction. Every movement in the air, every gesture of partnership, and every act of care demonstrates the depth of the relationship between the pair, which is vital for the continuity of the species. Their majestic aerial displays are not only a visual spectacle, but also a testament to their strength, agility, and the deep bonds formed between reproductive pairs. Number 7. Crocodile mating and aquatic courtship. Crocodiles are known for their unique and fascinating mating behaviors, which often occur in the water during the dry season when river and lake levels are lower, concentrating the animals in smaller areas. During this time, competition for mates and breeding territories becomes intense. The male crocodile initiates courtship in a manner that combines subtle and aggressive behaviors. He approaches the female, rubbing his head and snout against her body, a demonstration of interest that serves to test the partner's receptiveness. This initial contact can quickly escalate into a violent struggle, especially if the male fails to assert dominance immediately. During the fight, he attempts to mount the female and hold her, while the female may react, sometimes resisting aggressively. If she is receptive to the male, he then mounts her from behind, engaging in copulation, which can last from several minutes to more than an hour, depending on the intensity and desire of both animals. This mating process is crucial to ensure the species' continuity. After copulation, the female crocodile heads to a safe area, where she constructs a nest, typically on solid ground, using mud, vegetation, sand, and other available materials to create a secure spot for her eggs. She then fiercely defends the nest against any approaching predators, protecting the future generation with impressive zeal. During the incubation period, the female remains vigilant to any threats, even under adverse conditions. Interestingly, the sex of crocodile offspring is determined by the temperature of the nest during incubation. Higher temperatures tend to produce more males, while lower temperatures result in more females. This temperature-dependent sex determination adds a layer of complexity to the already fascinating reproductive strategy of crocodiles. This means that environmental temperature and incubation conditions can influence the ratio of males and females being born, which can have long-term impacts on the species' population dynamics. Number 6. Jackal mating, vocal and physical courtship. The mating process of jackals is a fascinating and complex one, involving a series of behaviors that combine vocalizations, body postures, and physical contact. This process typically occurs between monogamous pairs during the breeding season when the jackals are preparing to form a new generation. The male jackal begins courtship by approaching the female with a submissive posture, attempting to demonstrate respect and establish trust. He often rubs and licks the female's genital area, a gesture that signals his interest and initiates the mating process. Although the female may initially resist the male's advances, she eventually allows him to mount her. This initial resistance may serve as a way to test the male's persistence and determination, as he must prove himself a worthy partner. Copulation can last anywhere from minutes to several hours, with one of the reasons for the prolonged duration being the female jackal's unique ability to lock her genitalia around the male's sexual organ, a phenomenon known as a coital tie. This mechanism ensures that sperm transfer is effective, increasing the chances of successful fertilization. Interestingly, jackals also engage in post-copulation behaviors that are crucial for strengthening the bond between the pair. After mating, the pair engages in mutual grooming, where they clean and care for each other, reinforcing the bond of affection and cooperation. Additionally, they may sniff each other's anogenital region, a behavior that appears to be important for maintaining the connection and communication between them, as well as helping to exchange information about health and reproductive status. These post-copulation gestures are considered vital for forming and maintaining the pair bond, ensuring a successful partnership during the raising of offspring. The intricate courtship and mating rituals of jackals highlight the complexity of their social interactions and the importance of cooperation in their reproductive success. Each behavior, from the initial vocalizations to the grooming rituals, is a key piece in forming a stable and effective union, ultimately increasing the chances of survival for the next generation. Number 5. Wild boar mating, adaptive reproduction. Wild boars are animals that do not follow a specific mating season and can mate throughout the year. This provides them with reproductive flexibility that is adaptive to the variable conditions of their habitats. Males approach females with a series of grunts and noises, often following them for long periods until the female allows copulation. While the male is not always the largest or most dominant, he must strive to impress the female with his persistence and strength. This courtship dynamic, marked by constant competition, makes the wild boar mating process fascinating and intensely social. One of the most notable reproductive adaptations of wild boars is delayed implantation. During this process, the fertilized egg floats freely in the female's uterus for several months before implanting in the uterine wall and beginning its development. This adaptation is crucial for wild boars as it allows them to synchronize the birth of their offspring with the ideal availability of food. Since the environment can be unpredictable, this ability to adjust the timing of birth increases the chances of survival for the offspring, ensuring they are born during a period of abundant resources. Delayed implantation also gives the female greater control over the timing of childbirth, allowing her to reproduce when conditions are most favorable. During mating, male wild boars compete aggressively with each other for access to females, engaging in physical fights and communicating through grunts and growls. This competition is fierce, as dominance and the ability to win physical battles are important signs of reproductive fitness. However, females also play an important role in this process and may display aggressive behavior toward persistent males if they feel disturbed. The balance between aggression and cooperation among males and females is crucial for reproductive success. These unique reproductive and social behaviors of wild boars are essential for the survival of the species, particularly in challenging environments such as forests and dense vegetation areas. The ability to adapt and synchronize the birth of offspring with environmental conditions ensures that wild boars maintain a healthy and resilient population in the face of adversity. Number 4. Mountain lion mating, solitary courtship. Mountain lions, also known as pumas, are notoriously solitary animals, except during the mating season, which mainly occurs between January and February. During this time, males travel long distances in search of receptive females. The search for a mate is intense and requires the male to demonstrate his presence and strength, as he must stand out among rivals and capture the female's attention. To do this, male mountain lions use urine and claw marks on trees and rocks to mark their territory. These marks not only help establish the male's dominance, but also serve as a signal to other females, indicating that he is available and ready to mate. Although the male strives to become the preferred partner, it is the female who ultimately decides with whom to mate. She typically chooses the strongest and most dominant male available, a behavior that ensures the offspring have the best chances of survival. In addition to scent markings, males also engage in vocalizations, such as loud and aggressive roars, to attract the female and deter rivals. They may even engage in physical fights with other males, showcasing their dexterity and strength, proving they are capable of defending the territory and the mate. These displays are crucial in the sexual selection process, allowing the female to choose the most capable male to pass on her genes. Mountain lions do not form lasting bonds, and both males and females generally mate with several partners throughout their lives. After mating, the male and female go their separate ways, with no further involvement. There is no parental care from the male, placing the entire responsibility for raising the young on the female. She raises her cubs alone, teaching them vital hunting and survival skills in the wild. When the cubs reach a sufficient age, she guides them to establish their own territories, completing the cycle of independence that defines the life of mountain lions. Number 3. Elephant mating, courtship and bonds. African elephant males reach sexual maturity between 12 and 15 years old, while females mature around 10 to 12 years old. Unlike many other species, elephants do not have a fixed mating season. meaning they can mate at any time throughout the year. However, during the mating period, males, known as bulls, display increased aggression and heightened territorial behavior. This period of intense sexual activity and aggression is called must, a phase where bulls become highly competitive. During must, bulls undergo significant hormonal changes. Their testosterone levels skyrocket, reaching up to 60 times their normal levels. This surge not only fuels the bull's aggression, but also enhances his strength and endurance, making him even more formidable in confrontations with other males. To attract females, bulls perform a series of courtship displays. One of the most striking methods of attraction is the secretion from their temporal glands, producing a strong, pungent scent that signals their reproductive status, both to potential mates and rival males. When a female is ready to mate, she emits a high-pitched vocalization, which serves as a clear signal of her receptiveness. Courtship is a vital part of the mating process. The male may extend his trunk, gently wrapping it around the female's trunk or touching her rear, showcasing his intent to mate. If the female is receptive, she responds by raising her tail, allowing the male to mount her, marking the beginning of copulation. Mating itself can be relatively brief, lasting anywhere from a few seconds to several minutes, depending on the situation. After mating, the bull often stays close to the female, guarding her from other rival bulls. This post-mating guarding behavior is crucial to ensure the male's genes have the best chance of being passed on without interference from competitors. The bond that forms between the male and female during courtship, along with the protective behavior afterward, increases the chances of successful reproduction, securing the next generation's survival. Number 2. Black Mamba. Deadly mating. The black mamba's mating process is incredibly competitive and intense. During the warmer spring and summer months, when temperatures rise and snake activity increases, male black mambas actively search for receptive females. However, since these snakes are solitary and highly territorial, finding a mate can be a significant challenge. When a male finally locates a female, his struggle is far from over. He often faces other males pursuing the same partner. To determine who earns the right to mate, males engage in impressive physical combat. Contrary to what many might expect, these confrontations don't involve venomous bites. Instead, the males coil around each other, wrestling and trying to pin the opponent to the ground. These battles can be prolonged, lasting several minutes, ending only when one competitor concedes and retreats. The victorious male, now free from rivals, approaches the female and begins the courtship process. He gently slithers along her body, rubbing his head against her back to stimulate her receptiveness. If the female accepts his advance, mating occurs. The act itself is relatively brief, lasting only seconds or a few minutes. After mating, the male has no further involvement with the female or the future offspring. He moves on to continue his solitary existence. Meanwhile, the female seeks a safe location, like a burrow or dense vegetation, to lay her eggs. She deposits between 10 and 17 eggs, depending on her size and health. Once the eggs are laid, she leaves them behind, providing no parental care. Black mamba hatchlings emerge fully independent, equipped with highly potent venom and ready to hunt small prey like lizards and rodents. This deadly venom, combined with the species' impressive speed, ensures that the young snakes have a solid chance of survival, even without their mother's protection. The brutal nature of black mamba mating, from the fierce male battles to the early independence of the offspring, reflects the harsh, solitary lives of these remarkable snakes, widely regarded as one of the fastest and deadliest species in the world. Number 1. Giraffe. Unique mating and courtship rituals. Giraffe mating is a fascinating spectacle filled with peculiar behaviors. One of the most remarkable aspects of this process is a ritual known as necking, a neck battle. During this confrontation, males use their incredibly long necks as weapons, swinging them vigorously and delivering powerful head blows to their opponent. These strikes can be so forceful that they can knock the rival down. Necking isn't just about establishing dominance among males, it also plays a crucial role in courtship. Females tend to choose the winners of these battles, meaning the dominant male not only fends off rivals, but also increases his chances of attracting a mate. Beyond neck fights, another curious behavior during giraffe mating is the flamen response, or flaming. This involves the male tasting the female's urine, curling his upper lip, and inhaling deeply. While this might seem odd to us, it serves a vital function. It allows the male to detect pheromones in the female's urine, determining whether she is in estrus and, therefore, receptive to mating. Once the male identifies a fertile female, he follows her closely, sometimes for several days, waiting for the moment she allows copulation. This persistent following ensures that the dominant male maximizes his chances of passing on his genes to the next generation. An intriguing aspect of giraffe behavior, often observed by researchers, is the occurrence of homosexual mounting, where males attempt to mount other males. Although it doesn't lead to reproduction, this behavior suggests giraffe sexuality may be more complex than previously thought, involving not just reproduction, but also the reinforcement of social bonds and hierarchy. The mating behavior of giraffes impressively illustrates how evolution has shaped unique methods to ensure reproduction. From fierce battles to surprising chemical analysis, these gentle giants reveal that even the tallest animals on the savannah have courtship rituals as complex as they are fascinating. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed our content, make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Don't forget to check out other interesting content appearing on your screen right now, and I'll see you in the next video. See you next time.